Coming up on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, we dive into the latest draft rumors for New England around the quarterback position. What's going to happen at number 3? Drake Maye, Jayden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy. If they stay put, which quarterback are they going to take? We're going to get into all of it here on today's show. But listen, this is the time to subscribe. We're less than a week away from the NFL Draft. We're 4 days away until we find out what the Patriots do at number 3. I would love to get to 11,000 subs by the end of the draft. Help us out. Subscribe today. It's youtube.com/Patriots Today as we got you covered. All right, I'm Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. Albert Breer says that the Patriots have prepared themselves for the possibility that they trade down, but it's not likely that they do so. More from Breer here. He says if you trade down, you lose the certainty that you're going to get the quarterback you want, and I do think ownership wants a quarterback here. And that's kind of what I've said all along. Like, I do understand the appeal of trading down. But if you do and you don't get one of these quarterbacks, what's a guarantee that you're going to find someone next year that you like? You don't know what your win-loss record's going to be. You don't know where you'll be in the draft. You don't know what type of draft pool is going to be available next year. So I think it pivots back to the point. Unless you get overwhelmed by an offer, you focus for this year. The question is which quarterback do you want? Now, been a lot of buzz out there. I mean, Jayden Daniels may not want to go to Washington. Like, I don't know how true that is. I know one of his PR reps came out and said he's excited to play anywhere, but, like, there's been a lot of evidence suggesting that he would prefer another outcome. I don't know if he's going to go full Eli Manning here, but I don't think that has been a smooth process. I don't think Jayden loved the fact that the Commanders brought in 4 QB prospects at once at the last minute to kind of run a little, I don't know, like speed dating episode or whatever you want to call it. But here's Albert Breer on Jayden Daniels saying that it didn't seem to go over too well with his agent, who sounded off on social media that he didn't seem particularly pleased with the process. Daniels thought it would be a visit for just him, but Washington essentially opened up the process. And it just kind of adds to the last couple of months. It's just like there's been little cracks of like, Jayden may not like Washington. You know, Adam Peters, reportedly in the past, wasn't a believer of Daniels as an NFL draft prospect. This was before his awesome 5th season at LSU, obviously. But, like, there's been cracks in the walls throughout this thing, and this is just the latest thing that would suggest that Daniels has been displeased and his camp has been displeased with Washington's handling of this pre-draft process. And look, ultimately, he really has no say. Like, even the whole pulling Eli Manning thing, I mean, what's he going to do? Refuse to show up and not make any money? Like, it's not going to happen. So I think if Washington drafts him, he will go there. That being said, if he verbalizes through his agent, like, hey, we would really prefer to go somewhere else, then Washington may say, you know what? Screw it. He's the guy we've wanted, but if he doesn't want to be here, we're not going to force the issue. We could take Drake Maye instead. So I don't think number 2 is finalized. I think it's up in the air, which obviously impacts what could happen with New England at number 3. Now, will the Commanders draft Jayden Daniels? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know down in the comments section what you guys think. I still would say yes, but I'm not as confident as I was even just days ago. Now, you look at my top QB prospects. I hope they do take Jayden Daniels because I think Drake Maye is the best realistic option for New England. Caleb Williams is going to go to the Bears number 1. That's a done deal. So the draft starts at number 2. If they get Daniels, well, then the Patriots have their choice at Drake Maye or J.J. McCarthy. And yes, I do have Michael Penix higher than J.J. McCarthy. Now, if I had access to medical information and it looked really bad, I would flip those two, but I do think Penix is more NFL ready right now. And just, I think he showed more ability the last couple of years than J.J. did, but I understand why McCarthy's going to go higher. That's just a personal preference of mine. My guess on New England's rankings, Williams 1, Daniels 2, Maye 3, McCarthy 4, Penix 5. That's how I would guess. So flipping Daniels and Maye. Seems like the NFL likes Daniels more than Maye. I disagree with that, but most teams seem to have it that way. Some may have McCarthy higher than Maye, which I think is nuts, but that's neither here nor there. There's also been a lot of chatter from Patriots players sounding off for Jayden Daniels, like wanting him to be their guy. So who knows? Who knows how this is going to fall? I mean, obviously, again, we can't control what Washington is going to do. We don't know what's going to happen with that situation. Do they pivot to Maye? Hell, do they take McCarthy? Who knows? There's been chatter. Peters likes McCarthy some too. We know Eliot Wolf likes McCarthy based on reports. So I'll say this. If Eliot Wolf takes McCarthy at 3 when he has Daniels or Maye available, that, I got to tell you, that would be disgusting behavior from the New England Patriots. All right. Shout out to Fanatics. They got this t-shirt hat combo. You guys can pick it up right now at chatsports.com/Pats combo. $20 off. How sweet is this? You got the red tee, Matt Judon style. You got the hat with the red kind of shading there. Go pick it up today. chatsports.com/Pats combo. Link is in the comments and in the description. And get the discount and take advantage right now. All right. Is J.J. McCarthy really in play at number 3, or is he not? The Will Cain show, of all places, saying that hearing that New England would take J.J. McCarthy at number 3 if Caleb and Jayden go in the top 2. I do think the NFL is high on McCarthy, higher than I am certainly, but this still just feels like smoke to me. Like, there's no legitimate thing to point to take McCarthy over Drake Maye or even Jayden Daniels, in my opinion. It's certainly nothing from a production and output standpoint at points. So the only thing you could say is, well, he's young compared to a Daniels. He's won a lot. He's got the intangibles, which that stuff matters. But, like, the guy was a bus driver at Michigan. Like, yes, I would say an advanced bus driver. Like, I don't know. Like, he wasn't driving the basic cart on Mario Kart. Like, he had unlocked a few. But, like, he was a bus driver. Like, he handed the ball off a lot. The Penn State game, they ran the ball 39 straight times, and you're going to say, oh, well, they didn't have to throw it. It's like, I get they didn't have to, but, like, is it crazy to me to question, like, name a single game in college where Michigan won because McCarthy had to drop back time and time again and deliver the football? You can't. It doesn't exist. The only game he did that, he lost. That's his only loss in college. So, like, look, I'm just exhausted by it all. The smoke screens are a bit much. I'm not even, like, anti-McCarthy. I just think this top 5 stuff is nonsense. Like, to me, like, I have, like, a second-round grade on him, but would take him in the back half of the first round because, remember, you got to add, like, half a round to a quarterback because we get quarterbacks go higher than what their projections are. But, like, 2 or 3 or 4, I mean, I don't get it. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and hey, good for McCarthy if he does, but he has not been asked to do a ton at the collegiate level, which concerns me going to the NFL level because all 3 of Caleb Williams, Drake Maye, and Jayden Daniels dropped back and threw the football and were the reasons their teams won consistently, whereas McCarthy was a reason, but he wasn't the primary one. Pick a quarterback. Who would you like to have the most at number 3? Type DM for Drake Maye, JD for Jayden Daniels, or JJ for JJ McCarthy. Let me know. I would order it like that. That's the order I would have it. Maye's my preference. Daniels 2. McCarthy a distant 3rd. I would not take McCarthy at 3. Like, if you're going to go McCarthy, I would hope there's some kind of trade down, then trade back up scenario, whatever the case may be, because I think 3 is way too rich. All right, guys, happy draft week. We made it. We're just days away from the NFL draft. We're going to have you guys covered. Mike Reese dropped a bunch of stuff today. We'll probably cover that tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe to Patriots Today.